First two hooking on up is going to be Salvatore Rinauro and Nick Halen. As all these athletes that I can't say they were lumberjacks around the ring, but in some respects they perform a similar function. But regardless, the two athletes in the ring have to be somewhat aware that they're partners in crime, so to speak. The people who are waiting for one of them to get defeated are just charming at the bit to get involved in this matchup. And they're all around the ring in this 8-man junior title tournament.
Should be an interesting matchup, Steve. Young Nick Halen is one of the breakout rookies of 2003.
But unfortunately, he's not a two-time Rookie of the Year.
No.
How on earth can that possibly be?
But who can be? I'm going to have to talk to Webmaster Dave, who is the administrator for NWA-Wildside.com.
I think what we need to do is take away Sal Rinauro's computer.
Oh, good grief. Somehow you had a hack. It had to be a hack job. That's all I could figure.
Yeah, you think so?
Front face lock by Rinauro. Reversal into a hammer lock by Nitro Nick Halen. And Rinauro's got a lot on his mind, drawing number one here in this matchup. And the winner goes on. Fast Eddie, because of Jarrell Clark's absence tonight, is actually getting a bye to the final matchup of this Gauntlet tournament. And
it's a break and a half for Fast Eddie, considering he lost that matchup to get to this eighth spot.
Oh, yes, Fast Eddie has a surprising one-loss record. It actually is not very good. But there you see Nick Halen slapping the taste and the Rookie of the Year out of Rinauro's mouth.
I'm surprised he's able to reach the mouth, considering that nose is constantly in the way.
I don't know if our camera can get a shot of him, but Ray Gordy, you see him on the outside. He's stewing as Rinauro is in the ring. He has been a very, very ill customer as of late, thanks to the antics by Rinauro. Rinauro had promised him the moon. He told him that he got his defense limit waived. He told him he could go off and do this. And it's beginning to uncover a plot that looks like Rinauro was out to do Gordy in all along. But
I really don't think he's out to do the Gordy in. I think just Salvatore Rinauro is just a very inept manager.
High back body drop. Oh, come on, Steve. You don't think for a second that Rinauro was trying to get the belt off of Gordy to give himself this opportunity?
Well, I'm sure it's an opportunity. I think he genuinely likes Ray Gordy. I think he just thinks he's a man about town that could do everything in professional wrestling, and certainly in NWA Wildside. Oh, my goodness. What on earth does Nick Halen have planned as we see the golden Adonis body of Sal Rinauro? Note the subtext. A high leg lariat leveling Sal Rinauro as the crowd is bristling over seeing a Sal Rinauro without his shirt on.
Well, they were shrieking in fear. Duck of a clothesline. Nick Halen goes for a hip toss, but Rinauro, definitely thinking and aware, catches him with an ace crusher and buys Rinauro just a little bit of time.
That it does, and he rolls up Nick Halen. Nick Halen kicking out well before the count of two, much to my surprise. And the surprise of a sold-out throng here at Christmas Chaos 2003.
That includes the legendary The Rock, the original Rock, Ole Anderson. Is here in attendance and selling that great new autobiography. And get your hands on that, fans, as soon as you can. A lot of great stories, a lot of dirt going to be spread in that one.
Yeah, matter of fact, at the intermission, I'm getting my copy.
As one of the most abrasive and intellectual figures and influential figures in the history of the sport tells all.
That he does. Matter of fact, I used to hate Ole Anderson so much growing up in Mid-Atlantic wrestling in the early 70s. I used to drop so many imaginary elbows on the pillow-shaped body of Ole Anderson on my couch, I can't begin to tell you.
It's going to be great, but right now the action is in the ring. Vertical suplex from Rinauro. Now, each of these matches has an individual 10-minute time limit, so it does give them quite a bit of time to play with from what they're used to from the standard 10-minute television time limit that they would be used to on a regular television taping.
But then again, you have to win this matchup. If it goes to a draw, there's no winner. Both the participants are eliminated, and we start up with two new fresh ones.
Oh, it turns the intensity level up just a few notches for that.
Yeah. And all we know is the fact that Fast Eddie will be the 8th man in. Well, you do know that the winner of this match will be facing Jay Fury. And that is all we know so far in this exciting elimination matchup.
It's all luck of the draw. They each drew a number here. Rinauro taking the base of the skull of Nitro Nick Halen and destroying it upon the top of his kneecap. As Rinauro's continuing to work on the rookie Halen. Rinauro, the non-rookie rookie. Nick Halen counters there with a beautiful DDT. Nice maneuver by Nick Halen.
Is Halen in any position to recover Sal Rinauro? Unfortunately, Rinauro into the corner. Crowd quite obviously behind Nick Halen, forever and ever, seemingly an underdog here at NWA Wildside. But one day I think Nick is going to surprise us all. Perhaps that evening is tonight.
Could be. Rinauro goes for a punch, but Halen blocks it. Gives him a few forearms of his own. Flapjack right to the face by Nick Halen. And is this kid going to do it? Is he going to make an upset here? What a drop kick. He may have Rinauro.
Rinauro able to roll the shoulder, albeit ever so gingerly and gently.
Yeah, Rinauro barely got out of that one.
Yeah.
But now manages to turn the tide. And the experience advantage here is going to Rinauro. He is capitalizing on each and every rookie mistake, no pun intended, that Nick Halen would make here. But no, Rinauro is crunched on the top turnbuckle.
Such is life, Sal. Sal trying to gather what's up with his manhood.
Monkey flip from the top. Wow.
Tell you, the explosive actions of Nick Halen are on display here this evening. Halen on top of Sal. Oh, Sal able to get his shoulder up once again, ever so gently.
Halen was going for something there, but Sal countered. Phoenix Fury leg drop sends Halen out of the tournament. And now Jay Fury, the next man in.
And of course, I don't know if we've got the word from the time man here at the NWA Wildside for that. Over now, Sal Rinauro has already been wrestling for a good seven some odd minutes. So hopefully the fatigue factor is something that Jay Fury can capitalize on.
Well, Jay Fury has been so impressive, just simply sensational. Has been the debut of Jay Fury here in the latter part of 2003. And this guy is somebody, if you're going to put money on him, put money on him now for the future, because this guy is going to be the future of high flying in Wildside and many, many other places.
Look at those drop kick. Oh, that perfect high leg lariat.
So crisp in his execution, and that may do it.
Not quite yet, but then again, I think the longer we see Jay Fury wrestle, the more the fans at NWA Wildside seem to dig it. Jay Fury, the man who is the master of the J-Tricks, a move that I think will be copied by an awful lot of people within the coming year.
Lacing the chest of Sal Rinauro with a chop. Fury off the second rope.
Oh.
Kicks him square in the side of the head.
I dare say that is the end of Sal Rinauro. Check that. Sal able to once again get his shoulder up. And Jay Fury's going back to check that once again. Sal thinking on his feet. And dropping Jay Fury back first onto his own knee.
Rinauro withstood that entire offensive flurry from Jay Fury, but is now turning the tide on this young high flyer. Rinauro slowing the pace down with a rear chin lock. And Jay Fury's a million miles an hour, so that is definitely what Sal has to do. He has to stop Jay Fury's explosiveness. He has to contain him.
And if you're going to be going high flying versus high flying, I don't think Sal Rinauro is in any shape to do any Jay Fury-esque high flying at this juncture.
No, and Sal knows it, which is why he's trying to slow the pace down.
Yeah.
He's a moron. He's an idiot, but he's not stupid to sound quite. Rinauro.
And Fury able to kick out with some authority, so obviously plenty of firepower left in young Jay Fury from Atlanta, GA. And Sal thinks it's all over.
Boot to the midsection there. Posey may want to check for a low blow. Rinauro went for the chalupa crunch, but Jay Fury with a very impressive counter into his sit-out powerbomb. The kid has done his homework.
Yeah, Jay Fury did not want to have a visit for Taco Bell here from Sal Rinauro whatsoever. Referee Mike Posey counting both these guys potentially down as they slowly making it to their feet.
Jay Fury was going for a punch, but Rinauro did get out of the way there. Fury, though, those lightning kicks, and he can take you out from any angle.
As we saw here, as Sal Rinauro is definitely out. Sal barely stirring.
Fury does look a little worse for wear, however.
Unfortunately, too many seconds had elapsed by that time.
Fury a little too injured to capitalize on that. But now he's got Rinauro up for a high vertical. No, Rinauro counters with a neck breaker. It looks like every time they've got Rinauro out in this contest, he seems to somehow manage to turn the tide.
As much crap as we have to give Sal Rinauro, plenty of wrestling smarts here tonight.
Go for the Phoenix Fury again. Fury ducks that with a J-Trix, goes for the ends of Fury.
Oh my!
He didn't miss that one.
And Sal Rinauro, I'm not sure wisely enough, but he puts a leg on the bottom rope, thwarting that pin attempt. But there can't be any brain cells left in the head of Sal Rinauro.
This guy is so sensational. Rinauro doesn't want to be counted out. He is not done. Sal Rinauro perched on the top. Beautiful elbow drop, and this could be the end. No! Amazing effort by Jay Fury here.
And gutting it out, too. I'm not quite sure how bad Sal Rinauro, with like the shape that he's in, after all that head trauma he's experienced.
A second attempt at the Phoenix Fury. And Jay Fury with a roll up there. Yet another Enzo Fury. Rinauro has to be out at this juncture, but Jay Fury is looking to make sure of it. Cape Rada.
That's what did it.
Salvatore Rinauro has been eliminated.
So now Jay Fury apparently is mixing it up with Matt Sydal from Gateway Championship Wrestling, and one of our favorites.
Sydal has drawn the next number here. Interesting to see how this one goes, because you've got two really innovative flyers here. Good grief, standing shooting star.
And two completely different tacks of professional wrestling. And I believe this is the first time we've ever had Matt Sydal and Jay Fury meet one-on-one.
It's going to be an interesting comparison of strategy, Steve.
That's true, and if Matt Sydal is not familiar with Jay Fury, obviously he picked up a lot from that Jay Fury's previous match with Sal Rinauro.
Fury is cleaning clocks tonight, Steve. He is my pick. He is my pick to go all the way in this thing.
Oh, to have the Excedrin concession here tonight at the NWA Arena.
I think he's feeling it, Steve. I think this may be his night.
Well, a well-placed dropkick to the chiseled midsection of Matt Sydal from Jay Fury. And it seemed like the Jay Fury train might be going on a full gear here tonight. Matt Sydal begs to differ.
Matt Sydal with a Hurricane Rana there. But a Hurricane Rana or not, he did not get the pinfall over Jay Fury. Clubbing forearm blow to the back. And Matt Sydal, Irish whip. High back body drop.
Well, obviously Jay Fury's obviously hurting since Matt Sydal practically telegraphed that, and Jay Fury still had to endure a backdrop. So obviously a lot of damage has been done to Fury.
Well, I may have to stand corrected in my prediction here.
Yeah.
As Jay Fury is showing the wind. He's never had to go a match of this length here. And it is catching up to him.
That is, now the camera is picking it up at Sal Rinauro, the man who's already been eliminated, is keeping Ray Gordy primed for his involvement, for Gordy's involvement in this matchup. And frankly, if I was Ray Gordy, the last person I want out here is that goofball Rinauro.
Yeah, and on Renauro's token, if he doesn't want his brain splattered, he'd better keep his lips on Gordy's ass. Fisherman suplex by Sydal. These guys are pulling out a lot of stops here. Sydal with a slingshot. Quebrada all the way over into a corkscrew. Feel like I'm calling a high dive. Not a wrestling match, but these guys are such amazing athletes. What else would you expect? You
know, it's incredible. Sometimes setting up some of these incredible high-flying maneuvers can often give your opponent plenty of time to prepare for it.
Fury with an elevated reverse DDT. Sydal manages to get the shoulder up.
Yeah, but that was a very fatigued Jay Fury putting his hand on top of Matt Sydal.
Fury may be trying to put him away here. Definitely needs to move on to the next opponent.
Perhaps setting up Matt Sydal for a brain buster. Or just a good old simple suplex along with a hop. As Fury slowly rolls over onto the prone body of Sydal. Sydal still able to kick on out. Oh, the fatigue is definitely showing in the face of Jay Fury.
As Fury is now slowing the pace of the matchup down, and that is certainly not his forte.
Oh, definitely unlike Jay Fury to be slowing down the tempo.
I think he's only doing this out of necessity at this point. It's going to be interesting to see where it leads him. Wait a minute. He does have Sydal. Slams him down.
After a full Nelson, as Matt Sydal nursing a somewhat a hurt lower back.
J-Trix yet again. Goes for the ends of Fury. Sydal counters him inside cradle. The fatigue too much, Steve.
Jay Fury has been eliminated.
Jay Fury has nothing at all to be ashamed of here. But the length of the matchups with two completely disparate opponents.
And the bizarre Delirious now coming into this matchup with a great position.
And obviously there's the familiarity factor between Matt Sydal and Delirious that goes back quite some time now. Both our competitors in Gateway Championship Wrestling have fought each other quite a number of times, both there as well as in the rings of NWA Wildside. So both these guys, I imagine this is going to be in Delirious' favor here, since Matt Sydal had already fought a rather grueling matchup against Jay Fury. One would think. And this Delirious, boy, what a strange man. And he's stranger week after week. And have you noticed there are no flies here in the NWA arena here tonight?
Yeah, he certainly cleared up the moth problem.
Thank heavens.
I really don't know what else you can say about this guy except for he's on the planet Pluto.
Well, I'm glad he jetted in time for Christmas Chaos.
And no doubt I enjoy watching him compete. He's definitely something to behold. Sydal now taking the foot out from under Delirious. Catches him with a clothesline and an elbow. Successful in countering him on 2 occasions, but Delirious with lightning quickness spins around all the way into a side headlock. That was some serious speed.
That certainly was, and obviously there seems to be perhaps some amateur wrestling background in Delirious, one would think, but I'm not going to ask him about it.
And how would you ever find out?
Not true. Whatever you do, don't come up to him during Halloween dressed up like a moth.
God only knows what is under the facade of that mask.
I really don't want to know. But the point being, whatever is under that mask certainly exists a very powerful and very adaptable and a very creative professional wrestler. And a charging clothesline from the completely goofy Delirious, but very potent nonetheless.
Sydal spins him around. Beautiful side headlock takeover. In a match of this caliber, you really don't expect to see such great, crisp technical wrestling. But these two guys really know their craft, and it's so great in the year of 2003 to see two guys who are primarily high flyers be that technically sound. It's such a saving grace for the pure form of wrestling in our sport, which needs to remain in the sport for the future.
I dare say, but I wonder if the attending Ole Anderson feels likewise, knowing your brass tacks, knowing what brought you to the dance.
And Steve, that is the most important thing about wrestling. Sure, you can be flashy with a 450 splash or a moonsault, and those maneuvers are effective. But if the showboating outweighs the attempt at competition, the attempt for the victory, then it is all for naught. They are all here to compete for that victory, for that prize, for purse money and championship gold.
Precisely, and frankly, if all you're adept at is jumping off the top turnbuckle, doing all kinds of moves that are signified with 3 numbers, well, frankly, that's just merely stunts. You have to put them all together into one big picture. Then, my friends, you become a champion professional wrestler. You're looking at 8 of them here this evening.
And look at what Matt Sydal and Delirious are trying to do here each other. It really is, as my friend Larry Zbyszko once said, a human game of chess. And now, look at Delirious. The Crucifix Oklahoma roll there by Sydal.
And frankly, a couple of surprise pins is just what the doctor wanted here. Wow, perfect! The heel of Matt Sydal just clocked Delirious right in the skull.
I don't know if that was luck or skill, but it was damned amazing. Big monkey flip by Sydal.
Boy, Delirious was bouncing like a ball off the mat here of the NWA arena.
Delirious going to take a breather, and Sydal telling him to get back in the ring. Let's wrestle. There's a championship on the line. To advance in this, they've got to win inside the 10-minute time limit. Sydal saying, let's get it done. Crisscross here. Matt Sydal goes down. Delirious counters a clothesline attempt. He's got Sydal. Inverted bulldog.
And how rarely as we see inverted bulldogs here at Wildside, it's obviously something that Matt Sydal had anticipated. So he was able to kick on out. Or at least be prepared for. You can't anticipate something like that, I guess.
Delirious lighting up the chest. As you can see, those blood vessels burst in the chest of Matt Sydal, turning red.
And then
what
once again,
a clothesline. Delirious is pounding Matt Sydal.
Delirious indeed. Delirious looking heavenward for some inspiration. Sorry, the moths are all gone, D. And Matt Sydal is as confused as the rest of us.
Well, I don't know if it was a ploy by Delirious, but it did not work. Either that or he took a bad hit of acid in 79 and he's never recovered.
79? He wasn't born until 81.
How do you know? He's bizarre. He's delirious. He's mysterious.
But he's not old.
No, he doesn't look it. Whoa! Sydal with a corkscrew suplex. Standing moonsault.
And once again, yet another near fall for the masked wonder from parts unknown.
Full Nelson by Sydal.
As Delirious is able to get that full Nelson down to a hip lock. And sending Sydal through the ropes in the attempt.
Delirious takes forward, very simple maneuver, hits the middle rope, and the momentum of Matt Sydal carries him to the floor. And it was enough to daze him that Delirious is going to take a chance. I don't know if it paid off, but it sure knocked the hell out of Matt Sydal.
Sure it did. Delirious is not exactly a man of much motion at the moment. He's slowly coming to. Matt Sydal is not. Sydal perhaps may have suffered a bit of a knee injury there.
And I wonder if there's anybody in the back. Can we get a check on the time in this one?
Looks like we're definitely pushing it the 10-minute time limit, I would think.
I have not been keeping up, but it's been going quite a while. It's got to be nearing.
It's not your job to be keeping up with time. You keep eating your lemons.
3 minutes remain. 3 minutes remain in this match.
Thank you, John the Body Johnson.
And Delirious, oh my goodness, feet first onto the back of Matt Sydal.
From any height, Steve, it does not get more simple than planting your feet in the back of someone's skull.
And I think Delirious is trying to take off. Maybe you should try pinning the man. Yep, okay, there we go.
Like Delirious was going for a solo airplane spin there, and it really wasn't working. Northern Lights by Sydal.
And a kick out once again by Delirious. Near fall after near fall.
Whoa, Delirious has him. I don't think he's going to. Wow. Whoa.
The element of surprise, quite obviously key here. And in a successful pin by either of these two competitors.
That is a testament. Wait a minute. Sydal goes for the lateral press, but Delirious up. That is a testament to the strength in the upper body of Matt Sydal because he had him pinned to the mat.
Yeah.
Up and over. Delirious now. Oh, good grief. Takes him down into a backbreaker from a back suplex position.
And Delirious says something. We'll have to get a translation on the APB later on.
What a clubbing axe handle. That may do Sydal in.
And still some life left in Matt Sydal. Delirious obviously showing some big-time signs of frustration. What will it take to pin the shoulders of Matt Sydal down? Hell, what will it take to pin the shoulders of Delirious down, for that matter?
Delirious is going for the in vitro fertilization.
9 minutes have elapsed. 1 minute remains. 1 minute remains in this match.
Well, they've got to get something accomplished here. Sydal has him in a gory special, takes him down into a reverse powerbomb.
Matt Sydal finally thinks he may have the number of Delirious. Better hustle it there, Matt. Oh, still not enough. Oh, dear.
Goes for the springboard 450 splash, but there we talk, Steve, about the high-risk maneuvers.
30 seconds remain, 30 seconds.
And 3 of those seconds needs to be a pin attempt. And at this moment, it does not seem like either Delirious nor Matt Sydal are in any position to be pinning each other.
Luke Austin Jr.
Oh,
Interesting.
great old luchador.
These guys
5,
are
4, 3, 2, 1.
no winner here.
A dead heat. And both men have been eliminated.
The personal tension and tempers flared up.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Cost both of them.
the time limit has expired. Therefore, both Matt Sydal and Delirious have been eliminated.
It's rather a damn shame for either Matt Sydal or Delirious, since both kind of showed the gumption, were able to go the limit, certainly as far as time is concerned. And then, we're now down to Seth Delay and Ray Gordy, reliving some old classic matches here at Wildside.
You got one man with wrestling in his blood and another with nothing but wrestling in his heart, Steve. And these two are ripping into each other. This is a rivalry that on many, many occasions could have gone either way. And both men have unfinished business.
Seth Delay dropping a leg on the back of the neck of Ray Gordy. And a suplex dropping Ray Gordy on his back. Sal Rinauro dancing around like the jerk that he is.
Gordy biding his time there, but he did not anticipate Delay's vault to the top and outside the ring.
Seth Delay wisely throwing Ray Gordy in the ring and not going to pin him outside.
Sunset flip by Seth Delay. Is not enough. A big clothesline with Seth Delay. The fighting heart taking out the much larger and much more powerful Ray Gordy.
Seth Delay wants his junior heavyweight championship back. This is how you go about doing it, but he's got a very powerful and much heavier Ray Gordy in his path.
Gordy with an inside cradle. He may have Delay. No. Move to the midsection. Ray Gordy with a warp speed, twisting fisherman's buster. And that may have scrambled the brains of Delay for good, but he's not done. He's not done. The old-fashioned power bomb. Maneuver that his father had several successful championship victories within Japan and in tag team competition.
That is, but Seth Delay able to get his shoulder up. Once again, rather gingerly. A scoop and a slam from Gordy. Make that 2. A lot of anger in the face of Ray Gordy.
And a reverse DDT.
And a very rather dainty kick out by Sydal-Delirious-Ray. Once again, the strength of Ray Gordy just might be too much here for Sydal-Delirious-Ray, but Delirious came in here with so much firepower and so much energy. Hopefully he can dig down deep and find some of it here. Amidst all this punishment from Ray Gordy. Oh, there's plenty of it there.
Ray Gordy is such a physical competitor. He is such a powerhouse, such a hoss. Standard fisherman suplex, but he could not get the fingers locked, and that is the key to that maneuver. Delay was just a little too slippery for him. Now Delay fighting back from the ground as he's being pummeled, fighting back. That tells you how much heart this kid has. The 2003 breakout performer for NWA Wildside, Sydal-Delirious-Ray.
It's not merely heart, it's also hunger. He is hungry for the Wildside Junior Heavyweight Championship.
As voted by the fans, Steve.
Yeah.
And now Rinauro barking orders on the outside. It's real easy for him to bark orders when he's standing out there. Gordy rolls that through into a front face lock, and he has got the sugar.
Referee Mike Posey in to make sure that Sydal-Delirious-Ray is not conceding. And Delay is definitely gutting it out. As the musculature of Ray Gordy really climbing out as Delay rolls up. Gordy, still no go though. Oh my, charging lariat, leveling Sydal-Delirious-Ray.
That completely knocked Delay for a loop. You can see the glazed over look in his eyes. That knocked him goofy.
The winner of this matchup will be facing Fast Eddie, the man who lucked into the final position in this junior heavyweight elimination tournament.
And there's the Asiatic driver by Gordy, and he looks to put away Sydal-Delirious-Ray here. Gordy has a crushing swanton bomb that he delivers here, and with just the sheer condensation of his mass. But the condensation of that mass went right to the knee of Sydal-Delirious-Ray.
The amount of time it takes to prepare that maneuver is, frankly, all the time that Sydal-Delirious-Ray needed to put up a defensive posture, and a pair of knees did it. And now a volley of fist to the head of Ray Gordy.
Into the far corner. Sydal-Delirious-Ray snap powerbomb.
And Delay once again heading up to the top turnbuckle in the southwestern corner of the ring. And a flying squirrel hits its mark. Sydal-Delirious-Ray on top of Ray Gordy. Did Rinauro get involved in that pin at all? In that pin breakup?
It looked like he was trying to, at least for a distraction. But smart maneuver on behalf of Delay, not letting it throw him off here.
Watch out, Seth. Oh my goodness, Sal just clocked Ray Gordy with the trophy. Good going, Sal.
It's like Posey's gonna let this one go since it was inadvertent, and it was the guy trying to cheat. Oh, good grief. There's the overnight sensation. Delay's going to the final.
Ray Gordy has been eliminated.
And it was the interference of Salvatore Rinauro in that ridiculous trophy as he meant to clock Sydal-Delirious-Ray, instead clocking his own man. And Ray Gordy has been eliminated, and Sydal-Delirious-Ray now advances to the final round, and that means Fast Eddie. Fast Eddie, one of the trainees from Rudy Boy Gonzalez, Texas Wrestling. Oh my goodness, Ray Gordy and Sal Rinauro, I think, have officially ended their relationship here tonight. Sal's begging for what's left of his worthless life. The crowd egging Ray Gordy. Yes! Ray Gordy just forearmed the crap out of Salvatore Rinauro.
Fast Eddie is capitalizing on this. not caring about the pomp and circumstance of Gordy busting Rinauro's jaw off his face.
What pomp and circumstance is that?
Oh, good grief. A lot of excitement here, but Sydal-Delirious-Ray still managing to keep his game face after that brief distraction.
And once again, Eddie drawing the lucky 8th number. And we do have a somewhat of a tired Sydal-Delirious-Ray here, where he's not really not showing it here.
He's out. Rinauro is out. But in the ring.
He's out to lunch, I know.
Delay with a shoulder block to the midsection. And cool Sydal-Delirious-Ray. Beautiful satellite head scissors.
And Sydal-Delirious-Ray with a pin attempt on Fast Eddie. Eddie able to kick out somewhat convincingly. This 8th and final round is still in its infancy here. Oh, and Sydal-Delirious-Ray goes back first over the left knee. A Fast Eddie with a pin attempt. Delay able to get a shoulder up in time. Ole Anderson would be proud to see Fast Eddie work on the lower back of Sydal-Delirious-Ray. Can we please get a stretcher for Sal Rinauro?
Do something with the goober.
Well, we do need a doorstop in the back door. I mean, we could use them for that, couldn't it?
Fast Eddie is trying his damnedest here to put the naysayers to rest. And say he just doesn't have what it takes. He's got a really crappy, to put it blatantly, one-loss record here in NWA Wildside. He's got one victory that I can think of over Psycho Simpson, who's not exactly known as a game competitor.
Simpson, eh? That he does. And I think the fans here and myself, and I think you too, Dan included, I think we're really anticipating a very spectacular Sydal-Delirious-Ray victory here this evening, and Sydal-Delirious-Ray becoming once again the Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, good grief! It's the nastiest Russian leg sweep I've ever seen.
And I think certainly the nastiest one that Sydal-Delirious-Ray's ever seen. Fast Eddie on top once again. Oh, Rinauro. Sydal-Delirious-Ray able to roll his shoulder up indeed. If we can get Rinauro out of here so I wouldn't have to look at him, that would certainly help the commentary, I would think.
Fast Eddie continuing to work on that lower back. He knows his game plan. Very smart wrestling by Fast Eddie. And, you know, everybody's counting him out, but this is the guy that's hungry. This is the guy that has nothing to lose here. And everything, and I mean everything, to gain.
That's true, but then the fighting heart and the spirit and the hunger of Sydal-Delirious-Ray also quite obviously on display here. He wants that Wildside Junior Heavyweight Championship back.
Reverse rolling pinning combination.
And one of the best drop kicks in the business. Hits Fast Eddie where he lives.
And the trademark snap Hurricane Rana from Sydal-Delirious-Ray. And there's the cool crusher.
I think Fast Eddie is ripe for the pinning. Seth, what do you say?
Well, Seth wants to seal the deal here.
I wouldn't take too much time in setting this one up, Seth.
No, he wants to seal the deal here.
I know, but he's taking way too much time to do it.
That could be. The match hasn't gone on that long. Fast Eddie is fresh. Rinauro, what the hell?
Rinauro shaking the ropes. I don't think Rinauro really even knows what hell he's doing. Like, never really did, I don't think.
Now that is a flaw of just piss poor ringside management. Rinauro should have been out here a long-ass time ago.
That he is, but this is an opportunity that Fast Eddie is capitalizing on.
What the hell? Fast Eddie's got him up here. What is he going to do with delay? This could be the full rotation reverse full away.
Unbelievable. Oh my God, Fast Eddie is the new Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion.
And new NWA Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, Fast Eddie!
Will wonders never cease? The crowd thought for sure we were going to be seeing another Seth Delay incredible victory here, and Seth Delay becoming the new Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion. But it was the presence of Sal Rinauro. Wait a minute, Fast Eddie is inviting Sal Rinauro into the ring. Ay, ay, ay. Now there's a pair to be.